to the channel and welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be reading my classes from the first semester of college. So it's basically broken up into parts like the last one, and we're going into depth about what I liked about the classes, what I didn't, and basically talking about the professors and what I recommend taking the class or not. So if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe down below. I'm going to be posting a ton more in the new year, so I want you guys to be able to see that. And yeah, let's just get started. So to give an overview of my semester, I'm only going to talk about 4 classes, but technically my transcript I took 5 because one of them counts as the undergraduate research opportunities program, or URAP, at U of M, which is basically me doing research. It's actually very, very interesting. I would love to go in depth. Let me know if you guys want a video about my first semester or like at the end of the year about Europe and like my experience with it, because it's probably like the coolest thing I'm doing right now. But yeah, so basically I'm only going to talk about 4 classes. Number 1 being Bio 172. I'm in the CSP section, which is the Comprehensive Studies program. That basically means it's a smaller section, more one-on-one with the professor compared to everything. I think my class had 60 students instead of like the 300 big lectures. So yeah, it's not different. Anything's like easied out. It's just you have class more time over the week. But yeah, so we're talking about Bio 172, and then we're gonna talk about Honors 241, which is a first year writing requirement class. So it's basically a writing English class. It's for the honors program at LSA. It's based off the show Westworld. I will get into that because there's a lot with that. And then we're talking about Soph, Sociology 102, which is a intro to Soph class, special topics. It's sports and society, but I'll explain that story and why I chose that class when we get there. And then finally we're talking about Public Health 200, which is intro to public health, and that's just talking about public health. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with Biology 172. This class was one of my favorites. I actually had a very good experience in this class. I will talk about like my final grades and everything. Like basically it's going into like coursework, how hard it was, instructors, GSIs, all those types of things. So my instructor was the sweetest person on the planet. Best college professor I've ever had. She was so sweet. Like literally wanted to help so bad. Like I can just tell a woman loves her job, and I appreciate her for it, because it was a hard class, and it's like hard starting off your first semester with it. And like she really tried to help us out and like actually explain things to us, which was so nice. And she was such a nice lady. Shout out Professor Wood, you are the goat. But that class, the work wasn't that crazy. It was a lot of studying, I'm not gonna lie. It took a lot of time to study throughout the week, and it took the majority of my studying. But if you like span things out correctly, you will be fine and you won't have to worry about anything. So yeah, I ended that class off with an A-. I had to get my grade rounded up, not gonna lie. I was at an 89.3, so my professor was nice enough to round it up, but that's just a personal thing. I don't know if they actually do that, if they're supposed to. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that, but yeah, I have my grade rounded up to A-. So there's 4 exams, and we had like quizzes every Tuesday, but they were like really easy. We had like unlimited tries on them and everything. There was no like actual homework. I had that class every single day though. That was the only downside. I had lecture Monday, Wednesday, Friday, discussion Tuesday, Thursday. So I had that class literally every single day. Never got a break from it. I was always doing it. So I would say that's like the only downside I had with that class. The information, like everything made sense within the unit we were doing. Unit 2, we don't talk about her because that was rough. I think I was just losing all my motivation, and like the stuff wasn't making sense to me, but like it's gonna take you time to get used to it and like have it make sense. But once you get it, you're like, oh, I get this. The exam's really not that hard, kind of common sense. Majority of the exam questions are on Problem Roulette, which is like a practice question like database they give you. Use it. Use Problem Roulette if you're taking the class. It's the most useful thing ever. Like there's like 400 practice questions like each unit, and they just give it to you. And it's like, I wish every class had that. But yeah, that class was like really nice. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the professor and the stuff we were learning. I don't know if I have any like negatives. I didn't have a GSI in that class because like the instructor ran the lecture and discussion. Professor Wood, she ran both because it was a smaller class. Like I said, there wasn't really a need for a GSI. But yeah, My class gets a 9 out of 10, I would say. I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because there were some things I was like, I think having it every single day also made it kind of knocked down. But yeah, I ended that class with an A-, and I really enjoyed it. Alright, so now we're gonna talk about honors 241. This class was a first year writing requirements. It counts towards humanities. There was 2 of those. There was wellness and there was Westworld. I took Westworld. I didn't know wellness was even an option. I kind of wish I took wellness, not gonna lie, from what I hear from my roommate who took wellness. It was a very easy class. This class was not easy until the end, and I'm going to tell you why. So this class is based on the show Westworld on HBO Max. If you've ever seen it, you have to watch season 1 before you even like get to the class. That show is so confusing. I still don't understand it. But you think it's based off of that? No. That class is fully team-based. You're split into a group. You still with your team the whole entire time. I had the same group of people the whole entire semester. Shout out to Team Sylvester. You guys were the goats. But yeah, I had the same team the whole semester. And everything you do is based off of an old ass writing that you're not gonna understand. You get a writing. It's like based off philosophy because it's humanities, all that stuff. The whole entire concept of the class is consciousness and like what consciousness means. So my team, of course, we got one of the hardest readings. Our reading made no sense. So my first 4 essays, there were 7 essays in the class. My first 4 essays were absolute trash. I had no idea what I was writing about because I didn't understand the reading. And yeah, I enjoyed the class once we got to the part where I understood what I was writing about. We're past that now. The readings weren't that bad, I'm not going to lie. Like the writings and stuff like that were not that terrible. Everything was pretty self-explanatory. The grading was really nice. There were so many things you could get like your grade up with. I ended that class with an A, like not A-, an A. And I had no idea what I was doing. So like the class is really easy to get A in. The professor is super cool. The lectures are like kind of long. I had the class Tuesday, Thursdays, and I had discussion Monday, Wednesday. So the lectures are kind of long sometimes. It kind of drags on. There's a lot of stuff. There's like constant just like information in your face about like philosopher this, philosopher that, Descartes, Hegel, all these people. I'm like, well, like I don't understand. You had a loop, my professor called it. It was like a quiz every single Sunday based off of the reading of the week. That was the downside because there was no like pre-test, post-test. It was like, hey, read this and don't understand it and then take this quiz on it. It has to do with your grade. You got 2 tries. Me and my group did it together. I don't know if it's legal or not. We did the first try alone and then the second try together, like to help each other out. It was like 7 questions each loop. And anyways, that class was hard because I didn't know what I was doing. It was like the classwork itself was so like low lax. Like you had like 1 build is what the essays were called. You had like 1 build due every like 2 weeks, and they were never that long. I would do like the night before turn and I get like a 94%. I'd be like, all right, cool. Like it was not a crazy class to work with. It was just like the stuff we were learning was so like over my head. I just didn't get any of it. I think it's because I'm not really like a philosophy type person or anything like that. I'm more like STEM, and that was like the opposite of what I was used to. So that was fun, but the class was really nice. My GSI was amazing. Such a kind human, such a nice person, cared about us so much. Like I went to her office all the time. Like she would literally be like, send me your draft and I'll like correct it before I even grade it. Like I love that girl so much. Shout out for real. Like she really helped because like she didn't understand the reading, we didn't understand the reading, and we were twinning. Like we were twinning. That was like such a great part of it. It was like our GSI cared so much, and like being in a small group where you have people around you that like understand something and you might understand it, it helps so much because like my group was so supportive. Like we would like read each other's essays and like correct them, like put suggestions and stuff like that. Like they were so on top of it with it, and it was just so nice to have like someone like look over your work and like better your work and like better your writing. And I will say that class definitely bettered my writing. Like the first essay compared to the last essay, completely different person, completely different writer. So like I appreciate that class so much, but the content was so much. It's so much content but not a lot of work. So if you like enjoy that, I definitely recommend it. It is for the honors program at LSA. It's like the first year writing requirement for the honors program. So if you're looking at honors, I would say take it. It's a very like easy class if you're looking for something that's not a lot of work. Take it. Again, I was doing it like the day it was due, finishing the essays and like turning them in I think the lowest I got on essay was a 90%, and I ended the class with a 94.7. So I ended the class with an A. So take that as you will, but that class was very, very nice. I appreciate my entire group, my GSI, and the professor was really chill. I just never actually talked to him because that's like a big, I think there's like 25 groups. I think 27, something big. There's a lot of groups in that class, and each group had 5 to 6 people, so like huge class. I think there's like 10 GSIs, insane. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed that class, and I will never watch the show Westworld ever again. The third class we're going to be talking about is Sociology 102. Yeah, no, this class, oh, I forgot to go to the other class for rating, by the way. I give Westworld an 8 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. In between that range. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, sociology. So this class we went through a roller coaster with. Originally the class was health and medicine. They had it split into 102 and 302. 102 was freshmen and sophomores only. 302 was juniors and seniors. And they had it split like that. I don't know why, but that's how it's split. But for my major, which is biology, health, and society, I had to take this class for my major. And originally it was a special topics, which means that like intro to sociology is just like intro to sociology. Intro to sociology special topics means that it talks about a specific thing and brings sociology into it. So like health and medicine was the original topic, and it was going to talk about like the medical field and health and how health is a society thing, and like the US health compared to other country health, and like all this stuff that was so interesting. And then they were like, hey, we're not doing that. We're gonna do migration and health. And I was like, okay, I guess there's an issue with the professor that was teaching intro to Soc 102 normally. So they changed it to migration and health, and this happened around August, because I chose classes in July. So this happened like in last week of July or like the first week of August. It was like 2 weeks after I chose my classes, and I was like, okay, like I guess migration health is like cool because it has to do with health, like it's fine, like it's for my major, it's fine. No, the week before classes started, I mean the like Wednesday before classes started, the Wednesday before that, they're like, hey, actually we're gonna make this about sports. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean this is about sports? They did not change the junior and senior one from health and medicine, but they changed ours to sports and society. So I don't know how these two things got so broadly, expanded, but I did take sports and society because there was no other class to fill that time slot, because I had it from Tuesday and Thursdays. I had it 1 to 2:30, and then I had my discussion on Fridays from 3 to 4. And I couldn't change the time slot for either of those, so I was stuck with it. And boy, was it fun. It was literally, professor was chill, he was a really nice guy, but his lectures, again, were an hour and 20 minutes long. If you don't know Michigan time, you get gas 10 minutes early, so technically it's supposed to be hour 30, but it's hour 20 because Michigan time. Whole nother thing. But yeah, it was an hour 20 minutes long, the longest lectures, and he would just talk on the side the majority of the time, and like everything I was learning, I took nothing from that class. I promise you I took really nothing from that class, and it's so annoying that I didn't. But I met my best friend from that class. The only friend I met from that class. So shout out to Social Society for bringing me to Grace. I love that girl. Shout out to her. But anyways, the GSI I had, I hope she doesn't watch this because God, she was terrible. And I hate calling them terrible. But oh my God, the amount of conflict I have with this woman is insane. The grading was insane. This class was insane. Somehow I pulled off an A-, but there was a lot of extra credit. If I did not, I would have not pulled it off. There are so many readings. I didn't do any of them. I looked at Quizlet. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at Quizlet for everything. I didn't do any of those readings. Should I have done readings? Yes. Is it on me? Probably. But I'm not doing all of that because I didn't understand the class. I didn't want to take this class. I'm gonna give this class a 4 or 5. I didn't want to go. Every single day I did not want to go. The discussions were good. I would say the discussions were good because like they were actually like about stuff that was interesting. But the class, the readings, I learned nothing. So I would definitely wait till junior year if you want to take health and society, because or health and medicine, whatever it was called. yeah, so I got stuck with sports and society, and all I learned is that sports are a scam. So that's great to know, I guess. Yeah, I think that class actually a 3 out of 5. I mean, no, a 3 out of 10, not a 4 out of 5. A 3 out of 10, a 4 out of 10. Terrible. I hated it. I'm so happy I never have to take a class ever again. And if I sound like a hater and sound like over dramatic, I am a hater and over dramatic about that class, because the amount of times I cried because I didn't want to be there is insane. So yeah, definitely worst class I took so far. So great. We are going to talk about public health, and this class, absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. This class was definitely special because it was a hybrid class, which meant that you had discussion in person, but the lectures were online and recorded. So you had 2 online lessons every single week. They were never long. They were like really easy. They were like split into like video parts. You would watch those videos to be like required readings to it, and those were due on Tuesday. So you had 2 every week. The classwork was so easy. I would get them done like that Sunday and not have anything to do. And they gave you so much time for everything. There was barely any assignments. It was those online lessons. There was 2 writing assignments. There were like 2 big papers, and we had 2 essays. I mean, 2 exams, I'm sorry. The exams were hard, I'm not gonna lie. They grade pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. I ended that class with B+. So that was the only B I got this semester, which was kind of upsetting. But I really tried hard in that class, and it shows, because that class was definitely hard. It's for like all grades and everything. Public health is like a special major that you have to apply for at U of M. So the intro to public health is kind of hard because it's kind of like a weeding class to get people like that want to take actual public health, and those that don't. So yeah, it was a really interesting class though. The papers were graded kind of hard because like they were like had to be on the money like every single time. But I really enjoyed the class. Like I really enjoyed everything we were learning about. I am pre-med, so like learning about public health was like insane to me. Some of the stats about like Michigan and the United States, like, oh my god, our health system is terrible. It's insane. I had the sweetest GSI ever. Oh my god, I love that woman. So sweet. She cared about so much. I loved discussion. It was like my favorite time of the day. It was my first class on Fridays. I'd be so happy to go. It was very far away. It was like by the hospital. And I live on Central Campus, so like I used to take my bike and I'd be like huffing and puffing trying to get there because like all the hills in Michigan. It's like a 20-minute bus ride, also insane. But yeah, I love that class. All the information. I love that it was online because like one of the classes, like, it had a time slot from like 2:30 to 4 because we did have like some forms we had to join, which was like Zoom and structural lessons. But those are all recorded, so like if you didn't want to go, you could just like look at them on the Canvas page. And I would just take that time to rest sometimes. Like it was just like a time block for me to do what I needed to do. Like I would do homework for that class, I would do homework for other classes, I would rest. Like it just gave me so much time to like move around my schedule and not have an actual class from 2:30 to 4. It was so nice, especially after Soch, because I had it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I had to do it after Soch. I'm such a hater for that class, but I really enjoyed public health. I will literally give that class a 9.5 out of 10. I think it was my favorite class. Like I learned so much information that was so crucial to like me being a doctor and wanting going into the medical field. And like my GSI, she's probably OB-GYN, and that's what I want to do. Like she's being OB-GYN next year, and she was so sweet, and like everything we learned in this class was just so superb. I learned so much. I gained so much skill from this class. If you can take it, please take it. It's such an easy class. Like the average is like a B. I got a B+, but like if you want to boost your GPA, probably don't take it because it's hard to get an A in that class. But it's such an interesting class. Everything's so interesting. Discussions, everything that you learn is worth it. Like that's what I loved about the class. Like everything you learn, you will take with you. And we talked about such important topics like gender, mental health, gun violence, like all these things that are so important and like relevant in our country today. Like we talked about it, like there's no sugarcoating. Like absolutely superb. 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Love this class. Would take it again if I could. Loved it. I think that's gonna be it today. I kind of went over all my classes, not really in depth. I talked about everything. Overall, my semester was not heavy on coursework. It was heavy at first because I didn't learn how to like separate everything out and like learn how to time manage my work. So it felt heavy at first, but like once you get into it, it really wasn't that bad for me. All the classes I took all the professors were really understanding and gave like stations were due, so I really appreciate it. I am a hater for Soph though. That class, just take intro to Soph, don't take a special topic, save yourself from what I had to deal with. Just don't do it, because it will bring you unnecessary stress to get brought to me, and I did not appreciate the time for that class. So all the other 3 classes, that one, no. But yeah, that's gonna be all of this video today. If you guys want me to talk about like Year Up, special classes, CSP, all these things, I can do like a huge year overview after my semester, or I can do it now, like from what I learned and from this semester, and then talk about it again next semester. If you guys want to do that, let me know. If not, I should be back Sunday. I'm gonna try to post Thursdays and Sundays, because those are my like easy days where I don't have anything going on, and I am gonna be doing like a planning for the next semester video once I get my like full classes on my Canvas page and everything. I have my schedule, but I don't have like my Canvas stuff. So yeah, make sure you guys like and comment, and also subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm gonna start posting on TikTok again and maybe on my Instagram page. I don't know. We'll see about that. But yeah, thank you guys for all the support and everything, and like the appreciation of me being honest on this channel, like being raw. Like, I am a beginner. Like, you can see with my setup, like this is not professional. I'm just trying to try something new and like grow with the channel. So yeah, I really appreciate everyone's support and being so nice and sweet, and all your feedback, even if it's negative, I appreciate it. And as we're going into the year, I hope you guys had a great Christmas or holidays, wherever you guys celebrate, and I hope that 2023 is your year, because it will be mine. I promise you that. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see any videos or anything specific, and I will see you guys on Sunday. So have a good week. Bye guys.